Hey guys, thanks for clicking into another client interview here. We have Miller Palmer from Avir Digital in the bathroom remodeling kitchen space, smashing it for his clients as all of the CCM members are, which is awesome. Miller, give me a really quick kind of background on you, how you got into the agency staff. Yeah, give me kind of a quick overview.
Yeah, so I've been in the edge space for a while now. I mean, I haven't really done much in it. I was pretty lazy my first like year or so. And then these past maybe 5 months, I launched a new offer and I was like, okay, I gotta call these leads and I need to figure out a way to do it. And it was just not going smoothly. Follow-ups were horrible. And then I found Aaron and dude, everything from there has just been so incredible.
Yeah, I love it, man. So when you said you were like when you launched a new offer, when did you actually launch your new offer?
Maybe early August.
Okay, and what was you doing before that? I don't think I've ever actually asked you that.
Yeah, it was like ecom. I was playing around with different things to kind of find where I fit in well, and I'd fit in well in kitchen bathroom modeling.
Okay, so what were you doing before? Did you have like a job before this, or what were you doing before?
So I was just in university, um, living with my parents, pretty much your same old sob story or whatever. And I was like, I don't want to go to uni. And so I've been doing, I mean, ever since I dropped that offer, I dropped out of uni, and here we are, living on my own. So
Wow. Okay,
yeah.
cool. And then so you started thinking around with the ecom stuff first, and then that wasn't really like basically you went into like the make money online stuff, right? And you were trying to find like what to do. And then you found obviously ecom wasn't really working, so then you decided to go in with the agency stuff. Dude, I'll tell you what, you came in at like a lot of agency owners don't jump into call center mastery until like they try to do it on their own first. They waste literally years of their time, right, trying to do it all. So fair play to you for jumping in it like so early on. Because that gives you it's got like a compounding effect, right? Because now you know what you know, it just it fast forwards your success. You know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's great, dude. I love that. And so then you've been doing this since August now. And did you try and run any kind of call center before? Um, Working with call center mastery, or like what were you doing before, like in terms of follow up?
So not really. I mean, I built out like a pipeline and some basic automations and go high level to follow up with the leads. But there was just so many moving parts, as you know, and it just wouldn't work well. And then so I was like, dude, I'm willing to invest whatever it takes, and it's well worth the investment in joining call center mastery.
Yeah, I remember actually because it was Ryan that brought you on
Yeah.
originally, and Ryan reached out to me, and this is the beautiful thing when you got like a product you truly believe in. Ryan reached out and was like, look, man, like I know we don't normally let people in for less than this, blah blah. But I know where you were starting out, you were happy to pay the total amount of the program, but you just didn't have like the first payment. You know, you didn't have as much cash as you wanted. And so
Yeah.
he gave it to you for a reduced amount. And it just like it's just great because like this is actually a bit of a tangent. This is how Gym Launch used to do it as well. I listened to one of Paul Mosey's things recently, and he actually confirmed this, which is really interesting. With Gym Launch, they used to let people in for $1,000 for the first month, and then they would set up a payment plan, and they knew that because of that when they get in, they're gonna make money from the program, and so that they're gonna use that money to pay, and that's literally what you've done, right? Which has worked so nicely.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. I signed like with the new offer, I signed like four clients, dumped it all into investing in how to build the things I sold them on basically. And then from there we just doubled, tripled our revenue and it's just been fantastic since then.
Yeah, I love that, man. What was your revenue like before jumping to CCM?
So with the new offer where I launched the whole call center thing, I mean, let's just call it zero in August. We launched it. We did like seven or I think nine, 7 or 8K in August. And then we jumped up to 13 in the next, I don't know, September.
Yep.
I think, yeah. And then October we did 20. So
Oh,
it's just,
dude,
yeah, we're
congrats.
climbing really quickly. And I mean, I don't want to stroke your ego, like I said earlier, but the call center is the follow-ups, the automations, like everything is there for you to just as soon as you just plug it in and it's just smooth sailing from there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, I'm so pumped that you've over doubled. That's so good. And I'm curious, what do you think? Because we don't deal with any sales, right? We don't deal with any lead generation, don't deal with anything like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So from what you've built out and what you've implemented, what is it that helped you go for? Because you were selling the call center. I know you didn't have a call center in place, but when you had that first like 7k 8k month, you were actively selling the call center as an offer, right? So
Yeah.
what is it that changed from or that you built out, or what do you think the biggest impact was to help you get to that over 20k? I'm curious to know what exactly what it is that you think did that.
Having the right systems and being able to just, okay, we have this many clients. Okay, we need to take on more ISAs, right? And once we have ISAs, we can take on this many more clients. And just knowing the numbers and being more analytical
Hmm.
about it. And especially with the reporting sheet, like that's a huge, easy sell on my clients. Like we're different because we have this. I just show my clients the reporting sheet and they're like, oh, okay, here's my credit card. And then
Yeah.
being able to just bring people on smoothly and not having to interview 1,000 people with the whole Airtable base. That's awesome. Um, I think, sorry, that's a bit of a tangent, but to
You're
be
good. You're
able
good.
to grow with the call center, it's just you have a snapshot, you plug it into each one of your clients' accounts. There's not a whole lot of stuff you have to do. You can have an account set up in 2 or 3 days and just you have the ads going, and then you're ready to basically start booking appointments. And the follow up
Yeah.
is insane. The speed of lead is insane. Like the system is just impeccable.
So it's I guess it's a combination of yeah, obviously client results. Because obviously if speed to leads better, you get better results, that kind of thing. And then obviously you've got the I guess when you were selling the call center offer before, you didn't really have much to show. It was like, yeah, we're gonna find the leads, and like you didn't really couldn't really show much. But now you can show the reporting, you can do all that
Right.
stuff now, right? Which obviously helps with your sales as well, which I love. Yeah, that's yeah, that's insane, man. I love that. I love that. How many clients you got right now?
I think we're at eight.
Nice.
And then we do pay per appointment. And obviously, with a lot of people like to pitch retainer. But when you have such a solid call center and it's an easier sell with a pay per appointment, but then you can charge like 5, 6K months. Like I think my average client probably pays me around 7K, and that's the past, no, maybe 8K, and that's the past, 2 months, 2 or 3 months.
That's incredible. Something that I've when I was thinking of starting another agency at some point. I always play around the idea. I never do it because I'm focused on CCM. But if I was to restart, do another agency, I think having the paper appointment offer on the front end, I think that's so beautiful because like you're literally putting your money where your mouth is. Sorry.
Literally.
Yeah, that's the saying. Make sure I didn't screw up the saying there. And the second thing is um, if you do that, you can all if you ever want to get because as you scale, right, and your ads start to take you start to say more on ads and all that kind of stuff, right, you are gonna want at some point a bit more predictability in the business. And then so what you can always do is say to your client, hey, look, we're currently charging you 5 grand a month for the appointments. How about we just do the exact same service, but we just do it for 3k a month fixed, and like we have to try and then you can do that after like 3 months, let's say, and people are going to bite your hand off. Of course, they're going to say yes because they're paying you five at the moment, right? And that way, then if you have a slow month or anything starts to go wrong, you've still got that three
Exactly.
can start to build up, which is really nice. So just something to think about in the future if you ever want to do something like that, which is nice. Um, and so in terms of the implementation, like I'll be honest with you, bro, I think you've joined maybe one or two of my calls. You haven't really joined many of my calls, which is I'm not complaining. If you don't need it, you
Yeah.
don't need it, right? But I'm curious, like how hard have you found it to implement and yeah, how hard have you found it to implement without, with what you've been doing?
Yeah, so I mean, you're right. I haven't really been on a whole lot of your calls. In the beginning, when I was trying to wrap my head around everything and make everything make sense, I did join more of the calls to kind of
Yeah.
understand everything. And the coaching calls are great. Like that, I'm not saying I don't have to use them. I mean, I don't really have to use them. I've done a lot of courses. I've done a lot of, investing into myself, and there's a whole lot of surface level stuff out there. But with you, it's really like you're kind of holding your hand, click by click, do this, type this in, do that. Here's the blueprints for the makes, the whole 9 yards. And it's super easy to just plug it in and change a few things to make it yours, and
Exactly.
you're ready to go.
Man, you're like a perfect fit. This is like great. I love this. This is exactly what I try to do. I try to tell people like, and you obviously get so many different variations of people of clients. And I love all of my clients. All of them are great. Um, there's when you have someone that like understand exactly what I'm trying to do. So I give you all the blueprints, I give you everything you need, but I'm trying to teach you the skills so you can make your own adjustments and make your own changes, right? That's really what I try and stress it because a lot of time what will happen is they'll build something out, but then they want to make changes to it and they come to my call and they ask me, and I was like, obviously I'm happy to help them, but it would be so much more beneficial for them if they took the time to try and understand it, because then it's just like then the world's yours. You can actually do anything if you've got that. A few of the that whole. Did you build out the paper appointment, paper show, Stripe auto bidding thing? Did you ever get a chance to build that out?
Yeah, so I built it out, but for some reason my go high level won't like it fails to charge through Stripe. So I have to
Oh,
I keep having to remember to reach out to go high level. I just haven't gotten around to it.
yeah, all good. But the reason why I mention it is because one of our clients, when he actually went through it and learned the stuff, like learned how to do it all, he built probably about 50% that on his own, and I helped him with the other 50%, and we've worked on it together for a little while. Um, and so that like it's beautiful because like when you get clients to do that kind of thing, it becomes like your own R&D department, right? Like CCM's R&D is really just like you guys thinking of new things, trying new stuff out and testing it and then building it. And so when you get more and more clients that understand this stuff and build it out, I love it. It's really good. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, learning, I mean, it's like teaching a fisherman how to fish versus giving, or sorry, teaching
Yes.
a person how to fish versus giving them a fish.
Yeah.
Learning the back end to go high level even more, learning make automations, learning, everything there is to cover. I mean, I feel like I'm a pro at it now, and I could, if I have an idea spark, I can just jot it down on Miro and then throw it into Make and see if it works and play around with it to make it
Good to
work.
go. Yeah, yeah. Have you got the bug yet? I get this. I've got this like when I first discovered it all, I got this
Yeah,
bug where I couldn't stop building
yeah.
things. And you start thinking like, oh my God, what about onboarding? And then when they fill out the form, it can connect and all of a sudden, this is actually one of my downfalls is that I spend way too much time on products. Like I'm always trying to find new things and do that kind of stuff rather than actually work on the marketing or work on the ads, which I should be working on. But yeah, I can tell you're catching that as well, which is that bug is
For sure. Absolutely.
yeah, it's awesome. And so before jumping into call center mastery, what kind of fears or worries did you have? Like what was your kind of biggest concern about? Because I think did you come from my ads or where did you find us?
Yeah, I think I did come from your ads, and then I saw the whole gym launch thing. I was like, okay, he's pretty legit. And I think I joined the free group,
Oh,
um,
okay.
and I saw the process, and then I saw like what the paid version versus the free version offered, and I was like, here's my credit card. Like that's just how I felt.
Shut up and think I'm on it. Yeah. So did you have any concern? I guess maybe you didn't because you would have seen a lot of stuff already, but was there anything on your mind before jumping in?
Well, I mean, not necessarily about the program. Um, it was more about how am I going to fulfill this to like the best of my ability. And with the follow-up process, with the insane amount of touch points we have on each lead and having to maximize all of that was great. So I didn't really have any fears about CCM, more about you. I mean, I kind of saw the testimonials you guys have. I saw who you've worked with in the past, and the fact that you guys were, not to sell this, but were a little bit flexible to kind of help me out, and because you guys believe in your product so much, and I do too. Like half of me wants to just quit what I'm doing and sell for you guys and just start running ads for you guys. Seriously. And no, I don't really have any fears about joining.
Yeah, that's a great. It's like with latch onto that for a second. Is with Easy Grow always. So I was talking about Charlie Morgan before we started the interview, and I think pretty sure they found most of their sales guys from the program itself because they're just like people go through the program and they just love it and they're just like I want to. The only thing I'd say is like I want it's like the program should be good that you make money that you don't need to be a sales guy. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of thing that I always battle with it. But also what happens, dude, what happens sometimes is people go through a program, they're like, I've understood it all makes sense. I actually don't want to do this. I actually thought I wanted this. They go through it. And I'm not talking about course so much, I'm talking about any program, right?
Okay.
They go through it and then they go, for example, like, talk about Charlie Morgan's program, right? So maybe someone gets sold on how to start an agency, right? They go through it, they build it, like they love the program, it's great. But then they get to the end of it and they're like, you know what? This agency stuff actually isn't like it's been great, but like this isn't for me. And then they can be converted into it. Like, and maybe sales is way better for them, right? And they just said it, whatever else. So yeah, it's always it's funny you mentioned that because a lot of programs do actually recruit that way as well. Because you guys are the best spokespeople. Like you've literally you were the client avatar. You've gone through the program. You've now got this new beautiful agency generating 20 grand a month. Like it's you guys are like you're like the perfect fit, man. It's great. So yeah, if hopefully you never need a job in sales, but if you ever do,
Yeah, yeah,
Hit me
right.
up. I'm sure we can find something. And so what about, you've already kind of touched upon a lot of this stuff, but what were your favorite parts of the program? What's been your highlights?
I'm a huge systems guy. I'm gonna pull it up here just so I don't butcher any names. Um, but I would say having all the systems, right, and being able to just basically copy and paste it into each one of my clients' snapshots through Eye level. I mean, all of it's, I mean, actually, I don't know, top three systems reporting, and then I'm kind of going through humans, kind of touch here and there. I'm going through humans right now.
Yeah,
But I would say the most impressive part is the reporting.
yeah,
The
I agree.
systems make it super, like I have an account set up and I did it in 3 hours, literally with brand new client signed on. So it's really, really fantastic. Systems is probably my favorite. And then reporting is probably comes second.
Yeah, man, I love that. I've got to say, I think for me, my most proud part of it is like the make app and like that whole
Dude,
reporting. Or I like when I got that finally locked in, I was like, oh, it's so clean, so nice. Yeah, it's and I'm so excited. Like for the, like we were talking before about the AI bot stuff that I know I'm kind of building and working on. I'm so excited to launch all that soon as
uh,
well. And yeah, you got the thing about this stuff. You got to keep making it better. You got to keep improving it every chance you get. You got to stay ahead. And I genuinely love doing this stuff. Like it just lights me up, man. So yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. In terms of recommendations, obviously, again, you've already said great things, and I love it, man. Is there anything specific you would say to like if anyone's on the fence, they're kind of thinking about joining? Um, anything particular you'd say to them?
invest in things that will bring you more money. That's like my number one thing. I mean, that can go for a lot of different aspects. There's a lot of crappy investments out there. A lot of people selling coaching programs, how to do this, how to do that. But Aaron from Call Center Mastery, like, dude, just give him your credit card and you will learn everything that you need to learn about building an actual call center, not just a pipeline and go high level, the actual thing, the actual system. I guess
Yeah.
that's what I would say.
Yeah, dude, I love that, man. That do you, I might even clip that as an ad if you don't mind,
No,
and
dude,
run
go for
that.
it.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's beautiful the way you said that. That's great, dude. Yeah, that's yeah, man. Yeah, I'm pumped for you, bro. I'm excited to see as well where this goes to. Like, continue to work like you are, and you keep building this the way you are. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm excited for you. It's gonna be really good. Yeah.
I'll do
What
you,
kind of
bro.
yeah? What kind of plans have you got for the future? What's your like next goal?
So a milestone, but not necessarily a goal, I would say is probably 30K.
Yeah.
That was kind of like on my affirmations in the morning, 30K. A real goal for me, I would probably say 50K because that'll give me like the profit margins I want to be able to travel and do things I want to do and have the right team members in place and systems to kind of maintain it on itself. But I'm not really in the business to make like a quick buck. It's more about building an actual business,
Yes.
something that I want to grow and something that I want to scale.
Amen. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Building an actual business. It's like, and also, dude, like, don't rush it either. You know, like I know, like I've ever since I started my business, like it's been oh wow, how long has it been now? 2018 is when I quit my job. So 6 and a bit years, let's say. Every year, I'm like, next year I'm gonna be like $10 million a year. Like I'm gonna be like, do you know what I mean? And then you get to a point where honestly, only really in the last year, obviously making money, like the amount of money you make, it's different opinions on if it's a lot or not. But like in my opinion, I've only really started making like I say like actual money in the last like year or so. Um
Yeah.
so and people the first 5 years it's just been learning. It's like all the stuff that you've and it's been so great because obviously all the stuff that I've learned in the last 5 years I've just put into the program and hopefully that has sped you up a little bit. That saved you a few. So hopefully you can get much further, much faster. Which is exactly what I'm trying to do. Yeah,
It saved me so much time and so many lost clients. Like, I mean,
I literally had a guy. We signed up a client today called Mo. If Mo's watching this, shout out to you, Mo. Um, and he was talking to me about how when I first spoke to him a couple of months ago, he had like 5 clients and he was kind of on the fence. He cracked his ads recently, like he's doing really well. He's now got like 20 clients, I think. And he was
Oh
like,
wow.
yeah, and he was like, dude, he was like, I've realized how much I need this. And I said to him, I was like, it's so great that you've clicked now on it's so great that you've understood where you were lacking before you wait. Because I get some guys that 6 months down the line, they've lost all their clients, like their reputation's kind of tarnished, and now they're trying to fix. It's like, no, 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 you should be fixing this from the get go, you know. So it's saving the clients, and that's the other thing as well. It's like I'm kind of ranting a little bit now.
No
But
worries.
with me trying to crack my own ads for call center mastery, one of the saving graces I've had is that the product is good and it's sticky, right? So although I can afford to spend money on ads and lose all of it, and then it's fine because I've still got the same clients paying me every month, right?
Yeah,
And I think when agency owners, like so many agency owners focus on PIFs and they focus on like getting new sales here and now because that's like the sexy thing. But really the sexy thing is like having a client that just pays you every single month. Like,
I totally agree.
yeah, that's the true business you were talking about a second ago, a real business. You know, that's a real business. So yeah, dude, like look, like I said, thank you so much for jumping on this. It's probably probably one of my favorite interviews, man. This has been really good. I've loved this.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is the first time, like I said, I'm doing that more of like a um going kind of asking different questions. I'm actually enjoying it.
Right.
I'm more comfortable. It's nice. But yeah, man. Thank you. I'll let you go. Yeah, I really appreciate it,
Dude, thank you for setting the whole system up. Are you kidding me? Like,
dude. Yeah, dude. I'm glad it worked. I'm glad you're crushing it. It's awesome.
yeah. Nah, man. What you have, what you built is just like fucking incredible. Seriously. Like from the bottom of my heart, man. I mean, I probably would have figured something out, but finding this was just like godsend, right time. Universe spoke to me and I mean, now I'm here. I'm actually somewhere. So
Yeah, man. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep going hard as well. It's gonna be good. Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much, man. Like I said, appreciate you, dude. And I'll see you on the calls.
yeah, for sure, man.
Speak soon, man. Bye.